Welcome, all my friends, stampers, demonstrators, all of you. Welcome to our Creative Convention online. This is our newest holiday edition of 2020. I can pretty much guarantee all of us will never, ever forget the year 2020. So I love that we have something so full of joy and exciting to still have a part of our life in our paper crafting businesses, and especially for Stampin' Up! For coming through this pandemic and doing an incredible job of keeping our businesses going, and not only going, but thriving. Now, we've been in this pandemic now for about, March, April, May, June, July, August, 6 months. And honestly, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. And if any of you have noticed, one of the things that has really, a lot of things have happened, but one of the things that has happened that really has maybe surprised me a little bit is crafting, homemaking. It could be painting, it could be cross stitching, crocheting, puzzles, card making, anything hand done has actually increased and soared, absolutely soared in this time of need in this year and where we're at. I am so grateful. What an answer to prayers. You don't know what is going to be popular and what's not. Toilet paper, we didn't know. Zoom, like all these things that have just skyrocketed. And one of those things is paper crafting and card making and giving. It's something that we can do. Obviously, masks, hand sanitizers, some things are crazy, but so is paper crafting. And I am so grateful for that. Now, we do have to get it into the hands of our customers a little bit differently, but people don't necessarily want to go shop in a store anymore. They are home on the computer. They are hungry to be able to stay busy with their hands and use it for a purpose and to serve others. And we fill that need. Over the last 6 months, my personal team and my personal business and many of my training clients have seen their businesses just skyrocket and soar. We've had a few growing pains in that, and we're learning. So many people are adapting and changing, and some people are struggling. I'm not saying that's across the board for everyone, but it is so possible. The people who are seeing the success did and have dug deep. They have been adapting and changing and learning and giving themselves some grace as we all continue to learn and tread new waters. But here is the coolest thing. Our crafting industry is not going anywhere. As a matter of fact, if you embrace and you move forward, you could actually take your business and use this pandemic as a reason to grow and continue to grow and continue on this path of being able to bring the joy and love of paper crafting not only into your studio or your classes, but into the homes of so many people. So this creative convention, we got down to some basics, like very important basics. I think the last 6 months, a lot of us have gotten a little like we're just treading water and trying to do the best we can to even keep up with what we have, or take what we have and be able to get it into the hands of others. We're learning how to do tutorials and Zooms and Facebook Lives and learning how to balance all of this, coming up with new calendars, new schedules. Doing classes online requires a little bit more time, picture taking, editing, continuing to learn. You have to give yourself time to be able to maybe take courses, learn from us, learn from the Creating Success program, learn from other industry leaders. But we need to it takes more time, but it's working. And what the effort you put in, you will see those results. So 6 months later, I am so excited to see where we'll be the next 6 months from now and to see if this growth continues. And because I know when someone starts paper crafting and using our products, they will never go back. So continue to push yourself to get out there. We are going to be covering some, again, basic topics. We're going to be covering finding new customers. Don't we all need that? And in every category, we're going to be talking about this in a live format and an online format. Both of them are alive and thriving. They both look a little different than normal, but you can still work both aspects of your business depending on where your comfort level is. Or actually, I want to push you out of that comfort zone a lot of times. So we're going to be finding new customers. It's the heart and soul of what we all do on a continual basis. We're going to then be talking also about time management. Erica Serwin, one of my partners in crime here, is the perfect person to train on time management. She is one of the busiest people I know. I can actually talk to her and we have extreme amount in common. We both run very similar businesses. We both have many different aspects as well, but talking about cutting paper and packing and prepping, but also leading a team and training a team, and most importantly, being a mom and a wife and a daughter and a caretaker of dogs and a caretaker of her home and everything else. And so she's going to share with us about time management and how we can balance all of that. It is not easy, but it can be done. So I'm actually super excited to listen to her training session as well. And then we have our newest member, Ange McKay from Canada. You'll be seeing her every time. I have asked her to not just be a guest speaker, but to actually partner because she is in Canada, and it allows us to be able to have an incredible view site of her business. And I've had her guest speak many times, and every time her training is incredible. And obviously her projects are as well. She partners with me on my Creative Corner, and I've been working with her for years. And I know many of you know her from her Facebook Lives that she does religiously every single week. So Ange is going to be also sharing with you training and stamping. She'll be doing a training session on running a virtual club, which I'm super excited about as well. Both Erica and I both run clubs as well. So it's going to be great for you to get another aspect on how you could run your virtual club. Running a club alongside a healthy calendar can really give you some stability in your business and a foundation for sales. Lastly, I'm going to wrap up with, promise me you are going to watch all the way to the end, because I know the last training session always gets listened to the least. And this one is so important, okay? You promise? Make sure you promise me. You're going to watch all 4 training sessions, because the last one could be probably the best and the most important. Don't tell Ange and Erica I said that. Okay, so Make and Take Block D and our last training is on running a card class. And it is a basic foundational skill and event that I call it the backbone of every single demonstrator's business. No matter what your level is, no matter how long you've been a demonstrator, the backbone of the skeleton calendar should be your card class. And so during this training, I went through ways that you can run it live right now. And also ways that you can run it online. And you do actually have options there. I gave you 2 different options on running your card classes, but how important it is that we keep them consistent and offer them every single month. So make sure you make it all the way through. Now, for those of you who are here just because you absolutely love to stamp and you love to create and you love to share that with friends and family just for fun, we have an incredible event for you too. I think we counted almost 60 different projects, and each one has pictures, directions, a supply list, and some of them have videos, not all of them. The optional classes they just don't even require a video. You should be able to copy just from your tutorial. But we have 4 different classes per se during the Make and Takes. We have wow projects that are there for fun that you could do maybe for like a video or a Facebook Live, or put it maybe into a retreat or a stamp camp. And then we also have 4 more optional classes. If you registered for those, they were extra, but they are included if you got the all online access pass. So there's 4 more classes for you to copy. For the first time, we did one of those in a package format. every time we get asked, every time, probably at least 5 times, people will say to us, well, I ordered the optional class, but no supplies came in my packet. And I'm like, no, they didn't. You didn't. You paid $20 for all of those. If we were to include pieces for all of those, it'd probably be an extra $100 minimum, maybe more, just for the supplies and the time that it would take. And it actually would be impossible to provide the 16 make and takes plus all of the optional classes. But this time we picked one, and I talked to both Ange and Erica and said, would you be willing to at least give them one that's cut and ready for you to go? And they were. So I'm really excited about that class. I actually have it right here. It is going to be an incredible card class that you can offer for live and to go. There's 9 cards, and then there's actually 4 bonus ones that if you want to do too that are using the memories and more. So it's just basically gluing down the cards and decorating. Super, super simple. But it is only using a half a pack of that memories and more. So you can offer it. I would still offer the whole pack to my customers. To you guys, I only did a half a pack because I wanted to keep the price lower, and we also just want you to have the samples. But for a customer, I would have increased that price. Actually, it would be probably like a $35 or a $39 class. But they would be able to make double those cards. So great value. Anyway, so we tried something new. We're going to try it out, see if it works. We value your feedback. Always value your feedback. We always try to take Creative Convention each time and do the best we have to give you. Now, in closing of our welcome session, I wanted to give you some hope and some inspiration that even though we are in a very difficult time of our world, that we are grounded in a very powerful hobby. And we're grounded in a very powerful business. And I am so grateful that our company has done everything they've done to not only keep our business going with a few blips along the way, but they have allowed us to soar and continue to work and grow. And I'm so grateful to them. They're not perfect. We're not perfect. We're all learning right now. This is uncharted, unique territory for every single person in business. So hopefully you give grace to others as they instill grace to you. So I'm excited. I hope that you understand what you have at your fingertips and that you have every ability to be able to share that with others. It takes what's inside you to make that happen. And it takes you being here. You invested in this. You're investing time, money, all of it. And we're here to help you. My team and I, our sole purpose is to inspire you and to share with you. All of the people that I work with embody the same mentality, and that is we are not competitive. Actually, I'm very competitive, but we are not selfish. We find joy in other people succeeding. Actually, that's a part of my competitiveness, is that the more you succeed, the better you do, the more accomplished I feel. Isn't that kind of funny? My accomplishments, yeah, I can handle those, but your accomplishments, your success, your growth is truly a passion of mine, of Carol's, of Erica's, and Ange's, and that is why I work so closely with them, as well as Michelle, who helps with my designing. You'll see that she designed a lot of the projects. Laura Anderson, who's our guest speaker, Celine Kempton, who also works for me, Brenda Quintana, so many of the people I surround myself with. We share the main common thread that we are passionate about inspiring and helping others, and we're passionate about our paper crafting and about Stampin' Up. We're very loyal. We're very dedicated to not only Stampin' Up and to our businesses and our customers, but also to you. So we are going to give you the best that we have. When we put together the kits, we're going to give you the best that we have. They might not be perfect. As a matter of fact, I had all the trimmings left over when I was done. So 3 of you are probably missing it in your kit. If you are, just let me know. I'll mail it to you. We try to be so good, and we just do our best, but they are all hand packaged and cut and put together, as is everything that we share is from experience. It is from what we're doing, or what we have done, or what we every one of us has actually very large downlines, and we've all been doing this for many, many years. So we learn a lot from watching our downlines grow and succeed, and we're here to share that with all of you, because again, your success is our passion. We are all actually quite competitive, and I know a lot of you are too. And so, but we're not here to compete with each other. We are sisters in this business. We actually can lift each other up so much higher, and it's a lot more fun to lift people up than to tear them down. But I am very competitive. I'm competitive with other crafting, industries, or I'm just competitive to see as much success as we can. We are what we call lifers. Have you ever heard that term? My friend Angie Judah and I started that, and I've had this conversation with both Erica and Ange and Carol, and that's one of the reasons why I partner with them, is because we're lifers. Like, this is the career that I choose for my whole life, and that means I'm going to give it all of me. I'm going to give it the best I have. You can trust that exactly what we're offering and doing is going to be sound advice now and down the road as well, and that we're dedicated to being here and giving you the best we have, because we want to see Stampin' Up! Continue to be the best crafting company out there, because that's who we partner with for our product. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? We have a whole weekend. Now keep in mind, everything is recorded so that you can look at it later, access it later. We do follow an agenda because this is a convention. We want you to feel like you're at a live convention, but we'll all gather all over the country and the world. So we start off on Saturday morning with a Facebook Live with me and our exclusive Facebook group. That to me is like all of us getting together outside the door, waiting for the door to open. So we're just going to be there to visit, chat. We're going to be there for you to ask me questions. I'll just be spending some time with you as we wait for those doors to open. I believe it's 10 o'clock. The doors will open, and we'll start off with obviously this video, which you're already here for. And then we will have a whole day. Things will post in Eastern Standard Time. Or Eastern Daylight Standard Time, and they will post to our convention site. We actually pay and have and build a website so that you have one place to go, and it's all in order, and you'll be able to see it. It'll pop up the same time that the agenda says. Now you have to keep coming back here, so make sure you bookmark this site and save it. And then you also have access through the end of December. But we do shut down these websites because this is our 35th creative convention. If I had to pay for 35 websites, it would be pretty crazy. So you have access to all of this information through the end of December on this site. Now, everything we do is in a PDF. Download it, save it. Everything we do is on YouTube. Save the link. You can just copy and paste the link into a folder. So everything that you have here, you can save so that you can access it later. You can refer back to it when you're ready to start your club. You might be able to go back to Ange's, or when you're ready to, make some changes or really work on your time management. You may need to listen to Erica several times. So you can save this information so you can access it later. But this website is done on December 31st. So we will definitely take it down at that point, because we'll have a new one to start. We'll have is it probably like a spring, winter mini catalog. And then we will have a celebration creative convention as well. So thanks for being here. You guys ready to get started? We're going to have some fun. I always also say, if you have any questions, if you have any problems, we have the most incredible right-hand woman. That's Carol Hickman, and she is there to help you. But we don't know if you need help if you don't let us know. So don't get frustrated. Like, we're here. We're not sitting by our computers 24/7, but we will be around all the time. You can ask on our Facebook group. Just tag Carol or I, and mostly Carol. I will probably refer you to her. She is so good and patient, and I'm really not, actually, when it comes to technology. I just don't even know what answer to give you. And then, or if you have a question, though, about a training, we always finish Creative Convention with a live chat, where we're actually typing on our Facebook group, where we will be there to answer all your questions. And that will be on Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So again, check your agenda for all of that. That is one of the only live, there's only 2 live portions. They're both recorded, so you can access them later, but we do a Facebook Live on Saturday morning, and then we do a final chat on Sunday early afternoon. I did morning, depending on where you're at. So, but Carol is there to help you. I'm there to help you. And Ange and Erica, we're all here to make sure you have the best experience you can. So if you have any issues, if you can't find something, you don't know where to go, just message us on the Facebook group. You can send a private message to Carol. On the actual training site, it's like a blog, so you can leave a comment. We read all of those too. So we will definitely be there as soon as we can to be able to help you. All right, everyone, let's jump in. We got Make and Take Block A is coming up, your first training on finding new customers, and we have just our first prize patrol. We've got so much coming up. So so grateful you're here. Looking forward to spending the weekend with you and seeing what you do with all this amazing information that has been brought together from some pretty incredible demonstrators. All right, have fun.